Cancer is the fourth zodiac sign, which represents the first time true feelings gets highlighted in the zodiac, coming after Gemini, who suppressed their feelings to stay in thought whilst interacting with others. The fourth house is everything to do with the home and family, your comfort, your roots, personal feelings and relations. It's home base. Cancers are ruled by the moon, which governs your emotional foundation, your upbringing, your comfort, your mother. And Jupiter, the planet of luck, abundance, good vibes and expansion, is exalted in Cancer. So Cancer's natural disposition is like having a very caring mother with the moon raising them and a rich, fun, supportive uncle looking over them too, with Jupiter. Cancer is also one of the 3 water signs, the other 2 being Scorpio and Pisces. Water signs are all about feelings, intuition, the soul. Cancer is the youngest in this element, with Pisces being the oldest. Cancers are also a part of the cardinal group, alongside Aries, Libra and Capricorn. These are the starter signs, the initiators. So from saying all that, if we now talk about the dreamers and the most imaginative signs in the zodiac, Cancers will be right up there. Think of a peaceful night. What brings like the ultimate peace and beauty to the night sky amongst the stars? The moon. A nice big calm glowing moon. Everyone's lamp in darkness. Cancers are like people who can sleep so peacefully because they are asleep in their mother's arms in a house. Aries, Taurus and Gemini were raised outside on some cavemen and cavewomen antics. Cancers are born inside a house with warmth, nice cozy little blankets, home cooked food. So they feel so at ease and so comfortable, which enables them to have pleasant dreams. Being the youngest with the water energy doesn't mean they're the weakest, but like the least experienced with it. Each sign in their element learns from the previous sign. Scorpio learns from Cancer, Pisces learns from Scorpio. With Cancers, it can translate to being the most playful with the energy, because that's how you learn, right? By trying things out, making mistakes, experimenting. So this makes Cancers some of the most dreamy, imaginative people who can and will create absolute magic on this earth, in all fields. William Hanna, a Cancer, alongside Joseph Barbera and Aries, are responsible for many cartoon characters and shows from our childhoods. Some of the most creative people that's ever blessed this earth overall has been Cancerians, from the likes of Nikola Tesla to showcasing out of this world natural magical abilities like Lionel Messi. Very talented, gifted, blessed, naturals. Mummy. Jokes aside, the thing about Cancer's dreams is it'll be earth-like. Cancer's imaginations and dreams will translate to what will be seen by the world, like their opposite sign Capricorn. Their dreams can bring them fame here. Nelson Mandela once said, "A winner is a dreamer who never gives up." To sum it up, dreaming and being creative is easy to Cancers in every way, like rapping for example. For the rap heads, yeah, we all know 50 Cent, but Cassidy's been my favourite rapper from early. When it comes to wordplay and like punchline after punchline, he's on a god level. Even with battle rap, there's this Cancerian called B Magic, and his wordplay is insane. That slow, laid back, dreamy talk, even if it's violent. Like Fez in Euphoria. "Nah, Rue, I can't do that, Rue." That slurriness. "Welcome to the pie." Some are like that. You can hear the dream in their voice. The moon, the oceans guiding them, but there's a harshness to it. It's got like the harshness of the waves there. So Cancers use this energy for themselves and their family. Their life mission is more selfish. It's more doing things to nurture their own emotional needs. So in turn, what you get to witness from Cancers is creative geniuses without all that extra deep emotional journey stuff. Cancers don't go there how Scorpio and Pisces does. They don't need to, basically. It's like in a Cancer's hands by default to have fun with and nurture the soul. We all know the ocean's one big scary place, but Cancers can stay in an area where it's playful and connect with only the beautiful side of it. If they want to, like staying on the beach and dipping their toes in. They will have nightmares and jump out of their sleep, but then see the moon there, shining its light through their window and see they're still in their mother's arms. So they won't focus on the nightmare and fall right back to sleep. Being cradled by the moon. This gives cancers that space to let their imagination run wild. It's like a child with so much interesting thoughts about the world with a mother that's enabling them to let their mind run wild. They're encouraging that kid to dream and kissing them on their forehead as they dream, stroking their hair and gently blowing on their face as they dream. You get the makeup. The sun and the moon works together the same way a mother and a father does. So Cancer sons have that benefit of having their parents there in an astrological sense. So if the sun, the dad, has got you working in the yard all day, the moon's preparing you dinner and a hot bath. Cancer has got that healthy balance in their sign, which also contributes to them recovering from damage. That moon will nurse them back in no time. Who else in the zodiac would be known for getting shot 9 times and surviving and thriving off it, other than a Cancer? And have their own video games out calling the first one Bulletproof. Now this all sounds fine and dandy, but where the problem lies in this is it creates someone who is emotionally and creatively selfish. Being ruled by the moon also means Cancer's mood changes the same way the moon does. So Cancers are always seeking a way to stay comfortable going through the phases. So they put their feelings before everyone else's, even their own children, if they're dark enough. And this is where Cancers get the crybaby nickname from. Aries are the babies of the zodiac, being the first sign, emotional tantrums, etc. But Cancers are worse because they cannot get rid of their feelings how Aries can. Cancers have to deal with it, not wanting to deal with it, so they become selfish to make sure they feel okay. I care about myself. They personally care, not universally care, but act like they universally care to get personal care. Have you ever been around a Cancer that doesn't get their way? They'll sulk, they'll pout, and want to show you one way or another you've upset them by being silent or just outright passive aggressive. And the whole point is to attack your feelings and bring down the whole mood. They can conceal their emotions, but not like the other 2 water signs. Cancers want you to know you've upset them. The same way a kid will want to show their mum they're upset, so the mum can comfort them. But I'll get more into that later. Remember, Cancers are a cardinal and a water sign. Look at that as someone that can and will initiate the mood. If they want a nice fun atmosphere, they'll create one. If they want a dark depressive atmosphere, they'll create one. So when they don't get their way, they'll use their mood to bring everyone around them down too. Crabs in the bucket mentality, whether you're a crab or not. If you're in their shell, you're a crab. You will be treated as a crab. And that Cancers rules the home. If you live with or are close to a dark-sided Cancer, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They can create a very toxic and hostile environment in your home. No rest for you. The moon's naturally dark without the sun, never forget. All things like intuition, etc. comes from the ocean. It's all in the ocean, the emotions, the soul. But the only way you really become tuned in with the ocean is if you connect with others' emotions too, because theirs is also in the ocean, even if that person is not in touch with their emotions. That's what Pisces learns in the end. You can't understand others if you don't truly understand yourself. We are all responsible for our own feelings, but all our feelings are also connected in the ocean. But that Cancer's focuses on their own emotions. Well, they don't really focus on it. That's Scorpio. Cancers are just in touch with it. So when it comes to intuition and Cancers, they can get things wrong from using their mind with it in a selfish way. The moon plays a part in your mind, like your emotional development. So when you have someone that's been nurtured and allowed to dream freely and have a mindset of like, I'm free to think and feel this and that, Cancers will mix their thoughts and feelings with their instincts. So if they think something is right and feel something is right, they can ignore their actual soul telling them it's not right and go ahead with whatever they're planning. Cause they hear their soul the same way all the water signs do, but they'll confuse it with their thoughts and feelings. Especially with their feelings, as their mood changes with the moon, changes with the ocean. They don't have control over how they feel. So with Cancers, this can lead to believing in things that are not real. They can get a split-second thought that their partner's cheating and think that came from their instincts, then imagine how they can be cheating. Literally create that image in their own head, then connect the dots that's not even there, then get moody from that thought and image they created. From there, they can accuse their partner, get even more possessive of their partner than they already would have been, which I will explain more on later, and that can be all from nothing, when in reality, their partner has been loyal as hell. All that from a false feeling and a misinterpretation of their own self. They can feel things and think it's real because they don't dive deep in to understand it. And that's the dangers of being a cardinal water sign, because yeah, you can start the mood, initiate the mood, but that Pisces adapts to the mood, being the mutable water sign. Pisces gets to see the mood for what it really is than when starting it, because where it started from may not even be valid. So this is someone who can get moody over absolutely nothing. Not from picking up others' energies, just from feeling something, then applying their own reasoning to it. The same way Aries can act and not think, Cancers can feel, then act and not think. Or can think and feel and act and still get it wrong. The advantage Cancers have is, if they accidentally fuck the mood up and realise they got it wrong and didn't mean it, they can quickly reverse it by creating a really good mood. This is the good side of having the moon and Jupiter in their corner. They can create extremely fun vibes and can be really funny people. These moody moonchilds can turn into a Kevin Hart in a minute. But that only works on signs that doesn't deep things, i.e. the other two water signs will easily see this tactic they use. They'll notice the switch of current. In general, Cancers are really good, and I mean really good at manipulation, but it can be subtle if they develop self-awareness, which will lower your awareness of it. Another thing, that Cancers have this easy access to dreams and being creative, they may not value it. And this can relate to a Cancer's dark side too. Like I said, this creativity is like a selfish nurturing to Cancers. So what this can lead to with others is Cancer being able to nurture your dreams too, or easily destroy them. Pisces and Cancers are both known to have watery eyes, but you can easily tell the difference if a Pisces and a Cancer is in your face. Cause although Cancers can have dreamy eyes, there'll be a seriousness to it. They can have a hard exterior even if they have soft features, if that makes sense. They can also very easily charm you, soften you up with their gentle approach. They can also easily sell you a dream they don't even fully believe in, cause if they fully believed in it, they will more than likely go and achieve it alone, so they have ownership of that dream. They're possessive with what they see as theirs, even if what they see as theirs is not theirs. And if they help you achieve something, best believe they'll see you and your achievement as their possession too, and now you're in debt to them from their help without even realizing it. Possessive. Clingy. When it comes to the water signs, Pisces are obsessive and maybe possessive, it depends. Scorpios are possessive because they are obsessive. But Cancers are obsessive because they're possessive and can also be outright possessive without any obsession or after obsession has left. When we talk the most possessive signs in the zodiac, we're talking Taurus and Cancer, the moon signs, with the moon being exalted in Taurus. Taurus's dark side is bad, really bad, because they can see a friend the same way as their car. For example, that's my car, that's my friend. Heavy emphasis on my. And that's without feelings involved, even with the moon being exalted in the sign. But Cancers are worse, because they can literally see others as their own, with feelings involved. A whole person. Cancers can see that person like their child, as if they gave birth to them, when this can be their partner they're seeing like this. Cancers are represented by the crab. You know, they have their shell, portable homes and claws to pinch and cling onto things. Cancerian people literally act in a similar fashion to crabs. I know, state the obvious, right? But once they get their claws into you, cling onto you, and you enter their shell, they may even pull you in. Yes, they will nurture you, but you are really in there to act like the moon does to them, i.e. comfort them, support them, protect them, support their dreams. They may be open about it, or they may not. Either way, the neediness is there, but the problem doesn't end there. A dark-sided Cancer can heal you only to make sure you're in good condition to act as the moon to them and care for them. They act like they're your mum, but really others are their mum. They nurture you for you to nurture them. I mean, when you have a partner, it's healthy to have a little obsession with them, right? They're your soulmate, your other half, yada yada. It's nice to love. But if the relationship fizzles out and the obsession leaves, so should any level of possession. No, not with dark-sided Cancers. They can still cling onto you and keep you in their shell. This makes for a very dangerous person, where love kills slowly. Have you ever seen what some mother crabs do to their children? They eat them. Mike Tyson once said, I am the most ruthless, brutal champion ever. There is no one who can match me. I want to eat your children. We see it in the animal kingdom. Mothers who don't want their weak offspring. They leave them behind or kill them off. Now, I'm not saying all Cancerians do this, but when we talk mother energy, don't just talk about the nurturance, the comforting, the breastfeeding. Talk about the dark side of the moon too. What's your mum like? How's your relationship with your own mum? Did she raise you good? Was she selfish with you? Do you hate her now? Did she smother you? Talk about what some mothers do to their own children that they no longer want. There are some real fucked up mothers in this world who has done some fucked up things to their offsprings. That's the reality. Not my mum though, she's a beautiful Scorpion queen. But seriously, not everyone had a typical loving Cancer Moony type mother. Mother energy is not just nurturance, tender love and care. Sometimes it's abuse in all forms. On the light side, Cancers are known for their mother energy in general, male and female. Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire. They're known for their protective energy, no matter what the gender, age, or who you are in relation to them. So take that crab and baby example and apply it to Cancers who no longer want to fuck with you. Or if you try leave their shell, they will treat you as if you're their own offspring and choose how to get rid of you. They can consume you, drown you with that ocean while they stay protected in their shell on the beach. But the truth of why Cancers cling on, even after something with someone has passed, is Cancers are scared to be alone. Deep internal insecurities. They have abandonment issues in their soul. Maybe from the moon not always being there. We got daylight, right? We don't see the moon in the day. Sometimes we do, but in general we don't. But they have abandonment issues, not just in relationships, but with others in general. Their own comfort is important to them, so they have to feel comfortable for you to leave. You can't just break up with a Cancer and disrupt their comfort like that. That's why they'll cling on to you till they're comfortable enough to let you go. And that can be never. It's how they keep in control, even if you have left them. That's insanity. Just imagine being possessive of someone you don't even like anymore. Scorpios can be really possessive, but at least obsession comes with it. At least they'll have feelings towards you with their crazy self. But Cancers can really cling to you for the good and the bad. And it's scary when it involves love, because that's not what love is. Being great dreamers and pros at manifestation, they can really support you and cradle your dream. But when you make it, they will feel you owe them something. Cancers can be nice, oh so nice to you, but they will remind you of their niceness if you don't return it, which should tell you where it came from in the first place. Why did they really be nice to you if they are now mad at you not returning the niceness? That's the results of a failed manipulation, a failed hidden transaction. Princess Diana once said, "Carry out a random act of kindness with no expectation of reward, safe in the knowledge that one day someone might do the same for you." Princess Diana is a very famous Cancerian, and rightfully so. But listen to those words again, because it sounds nice at first. Carry out a random act of kindness with no expectation of reward, safe in the knowledge that one day someone might do the same for you. That is not a selfless act. You don't do good with any expectation, even the expectation of it might return to you one day. You do good for doing good, then move on. That's it. If karma blesses you, it blesses you. That shouldn't be in your head. If a Pisces said that statement, they would say, "Carry out a random act of kindness with no expectation of reward." Full stop. Why would you be safe in the knowledge that one day someone might do the same for you? That's the difference between Pisces and Cancers. But this is how Cancers catch you out with niceness. There's a catch to it. They cling on to what they do for you. It's not free, but present it as free. And no one in their heart likes a cling on, cause shit gets messy. Don't feed the homeless, cause even if the homeless can't repay you, you know or hope someone will feed you one day if you become homeless. It don't work like that. That's not genuine kindness. You can't cheat karma. Feed the homeless cause you just want to do good for another, a fellow human being. Not cause you think you're gonna get some good karma for that shit in the future. That term, Mr. Nice Guy, relates perfectly to dark-sided Cancer males. Guys that will expect some nookie, some Krabby Patty, cause they've taken you out and acted all loving. But say if their date clocks onto the Cancer's game and wants the Cancer to be more direct with their crab leg intentions, they can purposely not give the Cancer what they want for moving sly, and this will show you how loving they really are. When you say no, that word, no, irks a Cancer in their soul, cause they're used to having everything they needed provided to them from birth by the moon. The women can be the same way with that nice girl approach. Don't be fooled by that girl next door innocent shit. That party next door come over and chill shit. Girls just wanna have fun Cyndi Lauper shit. Oh, girls, that, oh, let me help you with your bags shit. That shoulder to cry on shit. You know, like if a woman is having problems with her man, and you got that nice guy waiting to pounce. The woman puts up a status moaning about her man. Watch how that Cancerian slides into her DMs, moves in there sideways like a crab. Oh, what did he do? Tell me. All that fake nice stuff when really, he just wanna give her that crab leg. Oh no, your man is terrible. I'll never treat you like that. Same with the Cancer women. A female of another sign will see right through a Cancerian woman snooping around their man. They move sideways. They're scavengers. Feed off scrap on the beach or the ocean floor if they go there, like Scorpio. Yeah, they can create homes. Yeah, they can turn a house into a home. But they can also wreck them. Home wreckers. About, talk to me, I can help you with your relationship. You look at that Cancer female friend of your man and know she's trying to give him some of that crab cake. Oh, look at me, I don't go to the club, I stay in my house with my t-shirt and my panties on. Portraying that innocent woman act when really, they're just trying to give you some of that crab cake on the low. Or they can do all that just to possess men. Ever heard of Anna Marie Hahn? The angel of mercy. Poisoned all her male friends she was helping so she can take their assets. They move sideways. Even Princess Diana allegedly gave that crab cake out. Prince Harry might not even be the king's son. The minute you don't return a favour that the Cancer has secretly clinged onto, if they're close to you, so sees you as their child, so to speak, or their mother, they're gonna respond by being overbearing. They're going to emotionally overwhelm you and know exactly what they're doing too. It'll go from mother you to smother you. Cancers rules the breasts, the chest, and yeah, they can have some nice titties or flex them pectorals, but they'll use that chest to push right up in your personal space and smother you with breast, and not in a nice way either. Boundaries? What boundaries? You'll see tits and claws all up in your face. It's the same way Libras do it, with their mouth. Cancers do it with their chests, all to drain you. Aries can do the same with their head, be all up in your face, but be unaware that they're draining you. But Cancers can know they're draining and drain you depending on their intentions. Tits in your face. You want a real life example of the possessive side of Cancers? Watch Lover Stalker Killer on Netflix. I just want to give you guys examples of these words in real life. Them OJ Simpson cases isn't no one-off thing with these crabs. Look up John Jones too. It's all there in history, it's going on right now and will happen again. Cancers can build a home anywhere because they never really leave the shell. They carry it around with them like a crab. So they can also trap people in that shell anywhere. It can be at the workplace, at their place, your place, not just when you go to their humble abode. They're always looking for recruits for their support group, acting like they want to heal everyone when they're really the ones in need of healing. And being immature with your feelings makes you very prone to being sensitive through a lack of understanding, but that they're at a stage of not learning about the soul, more focused on just how they feel. You get someone who will seek revenge when their feelings get hurt than understand their feelings. Sensitive. Vengeful. That saying, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. That embodies the dark side of Cancer more than any other sign, and with everything I've said so far, it's easy to understand why. If a Cancerian mirrors you, it's always to show you how you made them feel. When you're dealing with a Cancer, be aware you are dealing with someone that's sensitive, so are easily offended. Easily offended. Scorpios are known to hold grudges and be vengeful, but it's like people forget Scorpio is the stage of potentially finding the light and learning about their soul. So this can also lead to inactivity, someone who rather deeps things and understands it than seeks revenge. Scorpio's revenge can come after deeping that you really violated, so now I'm gonna get you back sort of thing. Pisces are sensitive to energies and others' feelings more than anything else out of the three. But Cancer's feelings are the most sensitive. It's more personal with them. Cancer is my feelings. It's selfish. It's I want to be nice, but really they're being nice to not be alone. Healing others through their person so others can heal them, scared of rejection. Scorpio is my feelings in my soul. It's self-centered. It's learnt from Cancer's misunderstanding and is now alone learning and healing themselves, already being rejected and not allowing another to reject them again. Pisces is our feelings through the soul. It's selfless. It's now I've healed myself from being alone and understanding and realizing we are all actually one. No one is ever truly alone in spirit. I'm not scared of rejection. I've been rejected and I've healed. I'll now heal anyone that I can from my soul. Pisces actually goes through the water cycle again in their life journey. It's why you'll see toxic, Cancer and Scorpio traits in Pisces, and also every other zodiac's dark and light sides in Pisces. That's the progression of the water signs, and anyone that tells you different is smoking moon rocks. There's a reason the final water sign is known for being the most empathetic. It's through understanding. Being the youngest with their emotions, the water energy, Cancers will hold massive grudges way more than Scorpio through a lack of understanding. Like the being nice to get niceness back example. If Cancers learnt that you don't do nice things just to get it back, the universe don't work like that. People don't work like that. You can't cheat good karma. Then Cancers won't have to go around being nice only to not get it back, to then becoming vengeful. I'll never be nice to anyone ever again. People don't show me love the way I show them love. Yes, because they clock that it's not truly genuine. They clock on that there's a catch from how you react when you don't get what you want. People clock on that there was a hidden cost to your good gesture. It's the same with Libra's social strategy to understand themselves. Libras are low-key selfish. Cancers and Libras are two signs that can have massive FOMO issues too. But tell me this. Libra is one sign that gets called out for being fake, socially. Same as Pisces. But with Libra and Cancer, even if Libra's real motive in connecting with others is to learn about themselves, they still need to genuinely try and understand another person to accomplish that. And they do. So it's genuine and disingenuous same time. But they balance it. Cancers don't need to learn about you. Cancers are like emotional Virgos. They just want to know what your problem is to fix it. What's the issue? They want to heal you quick so you don't try to dump your emotions on them. And so you can quickly get back to mooning them, tending to their emotions. Cancer's feelings matter. All the cardinals are selfish, but they kind of have to be to kickstart their lesson or end it. Aries kicks off the whole zodiac. But it's no coincidence the final cardinal sign is also the most evolved earth sign in Capricorn. Capricorn's, Saturn's ways runs this earth when you deep the world we're in. Mother Earth is on that axis of Cancer and Capricorn. But when evolved and light or dark-sided, Cancers will understand how the universe works. Nikola Tesla once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." If immature and without self-awareness, Cancers might not even be aware that. That's why they like being nice to people. It's cause deep down, they want people to be nice to them. Do you see how it works? That's not genuine niceness. It's selfish niceness. So with all these expectations not being fulfilled and being sensitive, dark-sided Cancers are dangerous people in general. Eric Cartman from South Park's supposed to be a Cancer. Probably my favourite all-time cartoon character, funny as shit with all the fucked up shit he says and does. The ultra manipulation, the wild dreams and schemes, everything. You can see a dark-sided Cancer in that fat lovable KFC eating character alone. There's an episode where a student tricked Cartman into buying his pubes, or something like that. I can't remember the full storyline, but when Cartman realised he got tricked, he organised a cook-off with the student and others. Long story short, Cartman killed the guy's parents and fed them to him in the contest, mixed in a dish. Yeah, I know it's a cartoon yada yada, but don't disrespect Cartman. Don't disrespect my guy. But seriously, Cancer's revenge is real life petty like that. Like Cancers are the pettiest of the petties. To war a Cancer, you have to get low to the ground to get onto the games they play. And I'm being serious. A Cancer's level of petty is unmatched, where even reaching to their level to respond is long. Remember, Cancer is after Gemini. That's all that fucking around Gemini does, now with emotions behind it. Someone working with their emotions. So not only can cancers get on your nerves, how a Gemini can, they will also purposely attack your feelings. Cancers will further sink a sinking ship in a heartbeat if they're evolved, dark-sided, and start really playing with the ocean, because they can initiate the waves, being a cardinal sign. Many men wish death upon me. Why 50? Why do they 50? What did you do 50? 50 Cent's a prime example. He sunk a sinking ship with Pisces jaw rule, and he's now in the process of sinking Scorpio P. Diddy's ship. Rightfully so, to be fair. Henry VIII's another beautiful example of cancers. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. And all of that. Henry wanted a son, but his wives didn't have the choice of what gender they'd birth. So it was like playing with fire. Them women had to go through all that, and you know it would have smelled crazy back then in those days. So go through all of that, and if they didn't give birth to a boy, he'd get rid of them if they flirted with next man. It's off with their head. That's dark-sided Cancerian behavior. Emotionally selfish. The moon rules like your memory too. So cancers will remember everything. And more times than not, they will remember more things than you. One song that's got cancer energy all over it in a nice way is Alone by Burna Boy. Memories. But the dark side to this is like, if you come out of a bad situation with the help of a cancer, you best believe they will remind you if you get too big for your boots. They can and will most certainly throw spanners in the works and ruin things for others if they want to. Bringing up some shit they did for you or you did to them 10 years ago. A dark-sided cancer will have you singing like Elsa to them. Let it go, let it go. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. If you hurt their feelings, they will 100% make sure you feel exactly how you made them feel. And although cancers are sensitive, they can be very insensitive in general, similar to Virgos. It's crazy. A sign that does nice things to others, only with the subconscious motive to get it returned, is also sensitive with their feelings, but simultaneously insensitive to others. You haven't seen a lack of accountability until you meet a dark-sided Cancer. Lack of accountability. And try point it out and you will get gaslighted. They can make you feel like you're the crazy one. The levels of manipulation is crazy. And this is why these signs can be called narcissists, etc. Leo and Cancers, which is dumb in my personal opinion, applying actual mental or personality disorders to signs and all that. But this is why they get labelled. It's just their makeup, the things they're able to do. I say Pisces are the masters at manipulation, but that comes from early stage Pisces being manipulated. So they learn how to manipulate. But Cancers will be at least attempting the manipulation on like a subconscious level from early, which always turns to them consciously doing it. They become aware of how powerful manipulation can be and use it to get their own way. These crabs may isolate the same way Pisces and Scorpio do, but they don't isolate to truly reflect and heal. They'll rather spend the time looking up shit that reminds them of the past. In their yard, dancing to some song they found that was playing in a store back in 1995 when their mum bought them a yo-yo and a pair of sunglasses. Oh, the nostalgia. You know, like modern day astrology as a whole. If there's one sign that will be in like comments and threads defending themselves to the max and talking the most, like have the biggest PR, it'll be Cancers. For one of me doing Pisces PR like I do on this channel, there'll be like 20 Cancers doing the same for their sign. It's all a part of the manipulation to paint this pretty picture. And they won't truly understand why they have to be defending themselves so much whilst they sit there in their Cancer's feelings matter apparel. Everything's personal to them. So personal to them where it can become a problem for you to have feelings about something around them. It's like only they can feel some way about something. You be a robot and nurse me and listen to me. Only their feelings really matter to them. And when healthy, only their feelings and their close ones' feelings matter. And if we keep it real, that's how the average person is. And there's nothing wrong with that. Look out for you and your own. But when you portray that you care about everybody on an Aquarian Pisces level, they'll expose themselves. The rest, humanity as a whole, Cancers couldn't give a fuck about in their soul. They're not even supposed to, but they'll make it seem so. The moon heals all humans, the human shell. Cancers won't, for genuine reasons. Forget humanity as a whole, even in a small group. A dark-sided or unevolved one will show you that their feelings means more than the group's if they don't get their way. They've got this only child thing going on with emotions. Even though the moon's there looking over all of us, Cancer's got this it's my moon, it's my mum thing going on, which really shows itself in personal situations. And when you see that Pisces represents the feelings of the collective being one being, it's easy to see the progression in not only the water element, but the zodiac. But as a standard, when it comes to revenge, Cancers can get very disrespectful. Julio Fulio's a recent example that met his demise, RIP, but he made a song that was creative as hell, but equally as disrespectful as you can get. Crazy level of disrespect. And this isn't foreign to a Cancer's nature. Listen to it if you haven't. It's called Fulio When I See You. So if we give an example of the water signs in action, let's say we've got a water sign and their family in a car who's just had a car accident and it's the other person's fault. No one's hurt. Both parties get out the car. Pisces will first scan this person. They won't even look at the damage on the cars. They'll look at the person to catch their vibe first. They'll put their emotions to the side for a second to absorb theirs. If the person's apologetic, "Hey, I'm sorry miss, I didn't even see you. Should we do this through insurance or you can follow me to the cash point right now?" From the Pisces sees you're sorry, like can see your soul is sorry, Pisces will keep it calm and sort it out. In a very generalized way, I'm speaking. It can go however you want it to go. Talk crazy, then it will be crazy. But be sorry, and Pisces will typically keep it peaceful. Say it's Scorpios. Now Scorpios get hit by these moments, so to speak. Scorpios don't deep it in the moment like Pisces and Cancers. They deep it later when they sit and reflect on it. So Scorpio will see what you're saying, just like Pisces, but will probably look at the car's damage first. And then you, while same time, trying to control or understand how they feel about it all. So it can go either way in a generalized way. They might spaz out on you if their car's fucked, or keep quiet if there's no scratches. But you're not going to talk crazy to the Scorpio and they don't respond. But even if you're apologetic, Scorpio might still be standoffish, but be calm if you're willing to sort it out. Or they can just drive off if there's nothing to sort, without even saying anything. Cancers now, before anything, before looking at you, before looking at the damage, before even getting out of the car, Cancer's whole mood is gonna switch and they're gonna start moaning. "What the fuck are you doing?" So both parties step out the car. From Cancer's looks at the car, looks at you, they're gonna make you feel exactly how they feel. If they're overwhelmed, they're gonna make you feel overwhelmed. The atmosphere is already gonna be tense, as with every car crash, so Cancers are gonna double down on it even if you're apologizing. "Hey, I'm very sorry, this is all my fault. I'm willing to cover all the damage." What the fuck are you doing? I've got kids in the car, oh my god! Oh my god, can't you fucking drive? Look what you did to my car! Even if you're not coming on no aggressive talk, it don't matter. They'll initiate that mood. It'll feel like a big inconvenience to their mood. So they will let you know exactly how they feel. It's like, how dare you randomly affect my feelings? If Cancers feels calm in that situation, then they'll keep it calm. But it's highly unlikely because those incidents are like shocks to the system. So what you're going to see is someone who's not in control of their emotions. And in the worst case scenario, if they get too overwhelmed by how they feel, they may smash up your car and you and your family. But if you fine tune the Cancer's actions at this point, you will hear the frequency of, "I feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable." No matter what they're saying, that's what's going on behind the scenes. I feel uncomfortable about everything that's happening. Hey, it sounds crazy, but you gotta see it to believe it. I know these two signs very well, regardless of being a Pisces. Or maybe it's because I'm a Pisces. Again, speaking in a very generalized way in terms of outright raw strength, Cancers and Leos will be the strongest in brute strength. Virgos too if they work out daily routines and all that, and Gemini has an unnatural strength. The sun's why with Leos obviously, and Mars and the sun's exaltation makes Aries fighters. But the moon's the main reason why with Cancers. Strong bodies nursed by the moon. The same with Taurus where the moon is exalted. It's why Taurus have the worst rage in the zodiac when they snap, along with the desire of Venus. They double in size from the moon. The moon builds them two signs up like Ymir in Paths. Some moon titans. But in brute strength and knowing how to make you feel like utter shit, manipulation merchants, that's Cancers and Leos, can equally make the environment very uncomfortable for you. These are the start an argument, then ask why you're shouting people. Why are you being so mean people? The difference is, Leo being ruled by the sun will go off on their own thing after doing it. But Cancers will stay right there next to you like the moon and continue the discomfort created for you and can be acting innocent at the same time. This is what makes Cancers bossy like Leos, but kinda sneaky about it. But it comes from feeling like you owe them something for them being quote unquote kind. They're like undercover bosses. All this low-key bossy shit is what makes the sign Leo after Cancer actually act out on openly being bossy and demanding. Cause Cancers can be quiet about it. It's like a mum shouting at their kids who don't listen, so they go get the dad. You think Leos have a massive ego and are bossy out of nowhere. Cancer's low-key selfish covert ways sets the tone for the Leo sign. Leos are bossy, but Leo will kind of kick you out of their castle if you don't follow their rules. Cancers will take it personal that you don't follow their rules in their shell. They're the opposite sign to Capricorns, the real boss of the zodiac, the CEO who has people working efficiently through respect and dignity. Nothing's personal, just business. That's Capricorns. Everything's personal with Cancers. Everything, including business. And this is why Cancers are known fighters. Conor McGregor, Mike Tyson, Brock Lesnar, John Jones. It's cause like, if you're around a Cancer, you're in their shell, in their ring. So step out of line, hurt their feelings, and they'll dismantle you. For real. Do-do-do, do-do-do. But they won't kick you out like Leo. They'll dismantle you, then still keep you there for whatever reason. They might beat you up again later. So although they're sensitive, don't go around thinking Cancers are just crybabies, cause you'll realize crabs eat babies, even their own. Metaphorically speaking, of course. It's raw emotions with Cancers. Cancers represents the first time feelings really get felt in the zodiac, so it's raw and uncontrolled. It's after Gemini who neglected their feelings to stay in their head. So Cancers now got to feel all that shit. But as life will show you, feelings are stronger than thoughts. Gemini Jeffrey Dahmer let his intrusive thoughts and dark feelings get the best of him. But a Cancer, Christopher Scarver, who had stronger feelings about what Dahmer did, put him down in the end. The zodiac's one big cycle. And every mature person knows how much fuckery leading with your feelings and excluding logic can get you in. Gemini can think and not feel. Cancer can feel and not think. And that's why they're ruled by their emotions and don't rule it. Cancers can feel the next minute, what do you mean I bag it myself? Bring me a manager. Sorry man, but I'm also a no, bring me a manager. These are those Karens in the shops. Forgive me if your name's Karen. Just those complaining to the managers in the shop type mums. Libra, the cardinal sign after Cancer, is worse. They're the ones that post the videos online and spread it type. The complaining to corporate type. But the moon can make Cancers crazy from all those feelings. Crazy, crazy. Meryl Streep once said, dress it up and make it real for... Oh, no, that's future, sorry. Meryl Streep once said, I want to feel my life while I'm in it. Cancers are achievers, very successful and tenacious people when they knuckle down or if their comfort's on the line. Like if a Cancer goes broke, they have a crazy ability to get their money up easily in good and bad ways and stack that shit too. From peaceful manifestations to armed robberies. Willie Sutton, when asked why he robbed banks, because that's where the money is. Cancers are like Big Worm from Friday. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. But go around a dark-sided Cancer with your big dreams. And if you've not paid your rent in their metaphysical shell that you didn't even know was due, stay in a Cancer's shell with your dreams and see where your dreams ends up if A, they have a big dream too that they're working hard on, or B, they deep down only see you as a possession, like they've kept you around but no longer have love for you. That pinch you feel to check if you're still dreaming or awake will be from a Cancer's claws. They'll wake you up alright, and your dreams will go nowhere. Because they know how to manifest dreams, they know how to make dreams come true, which also means they know how to destroy them. They can be some really evil people, and is, in my opinion, is the most dangerous in the heat of the moment sign out of the whole zodiac. Sensitivity, lack of emotional understanding, and cannot handle their emotions. With nice guy or girl syndrome, and being cardinal. What does that sound like the recipe for? Yet astrologers and Cancers themselves will have you believe they're the most emotionally stable, kindest, and most emotionally intelligent due to being ruled by the moon that rules emotions. Man, I can tell you from now, many Cancers even hearing a video like this will get sensitive and defensive about it, whether I'm telling the truth or not. Their defense will go up, and it's only natural to be fair. But as a Pisces, I'm here to share some truths. I call out Pisces and Scorpios all the time too. The water signs really be on some low-key shit. But that Cancers have such a great imagination, they can make you imagine things about them what's not true. And this is why they have such a nice and kind reputation in general. People can casually mention traits about Pisces and Scorpios that is actually Cancer's traits. Jealousy, victim mentality, and so on. It's a part of Cancer's manipulation, especially when they can butter you up with some good old-fashioned home-cooked food. You wouldn't even want to eat their food when you see how petty they can be. You won't know what the fuck's giving that chicken that tasty kick. Licking your fingers. These times you're eating up their revenge from some shit you recently did that hurt their feelings, and you didn't even pick up the hints they were giving to you that they were upset, so didn't apologize because you didn't even know they wanted one. Now you're gonna get pinched. Cancers can literally be a cancer to your life if you don't have your guard up, because you won't see it coming so easily as they literally move sideways like a crab. All the water signs are sneaky in different ways. Pisces moves like a ghost, Scorpio will move in darkness, and Cancers will come at you sideways, unless they're angry. Creep up on you even if the mission seems impossible and cruise to victory. Did Pisces Bin Laden do it, or did Cancerian Bush do it? Crimes of passion, killing out of love, or just possession in the heat of the moment. Uncontrolled, unhinged rage, emotions. They can easily have a reputation for violence. Easily, having you thinking they're sweet. When they're sharpshooters like Bret Hart, heartbreakers like Shawn Michaels. But their true nature can easily be exposed if they go around observant signs with that nice everything's nice act. Cancer's true motives are actually more hidden when they're not being nice, funny enough. You know how Americans say cap? Like someone's chatting shit. Keep that in mind when dealing with dark-sided Cancers. Keep their opposite sign in mind. It's all cap. That niceness is the chink in their armor, their shell. No one's that nice, and this is why they find themselves on the defensive so much. Cause they expose themselves without even realizing it. There's also theories Cancerian Courtney Love put Pisces Kurt Cobain's dreams out. But we may never know. We may never know. But one thing's for sure, that poor fish was definitely in a crab's claws. You may think, who's this Pisces talking on my sign? What do they know? Hey, it's just some things I've observed. If I'm wrong, feel free to say. Otherwise, shut your ass up, put your seatbelts back on, and make sure the aisle is clear. We'll be arriving at our destination shortly.